Ladies and gentlemen, I have heard that one of the greatest musical icons is from right here in Nashville, Johnny Cash. Well, I think he sucks. He's a bum, and he's talentless, just like each and every one of you degenerates!
Delusions! Delusions!
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Tuesday if you're watching this. Before I get into today's video about last week's TNA, I do apologize for being late. You know, I was busy these past few days, a lot of shit going on. So, trying to play catch up here. Trying to knock these videos out back to back. Alright. Real quick, gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Now at 269, almost at 300. It's absolutely insane. Once I reach 300, I'm gonna do a breakdown my 1 through 5 favorite female wrestlers of all time. Alright, but until then, got a lot of shit to do. Alright, got fucking Royal Quest. At that, I'm gonna do a video on the Maple Leaf promotions. I think that's what they're called for Scott D'Amore. So yeah, I got a lot of shit to cover, as always. But let's get into it. The first match I do believe was a title match for the Digital Media International Heavyweight Championship. We got PCO, who's champion, versus Gore Rhino. Alright, real quick, I want to send my condolences to the Koff family as Joe Koff passed away. I don't know when exactly, but he passed away this year. He was a former CEO of Ring of Honor. Rest in peace to him. But getting back into the match, you got Rhino, who was almost 50. You got PCO, who was closing in on his 60s. Going out there, taking crazy ass bumps at their age. Absolute insanity. I'm just going to fast forward to the finish. PCO hits the PCO salt. Just the moonsault that he does, nails it damn near every time. I like the way, I always love the way he does that shit because it looks like he shouldn't hit it, but he does. For the 1, 2, 3. So, and still the Digital Media and the International Heavyweight Champion PCO. Next, we see the current TNA World Champion backstage, and that's the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. He says he's not worried about this pick your poison match. He's not worried about Matt Cardona, who used to be something. Mind you, but you're not. You're not the one of man. You don't go out there every single night, steal the show. So I'm gonna go out there and do what I always do. Go out there, I steal the show, and I will beat Matt Cardona. That's it. Next you see the NXT liaison, Miss Ariana Grace. A gorgeous woman right here, but she announces that she has another best friend that she would like to bring to TNA. That best friend is Brinley Reese, her fine self. So she comes out, and then we see the concierge for Ash Elegance. Alright, and this man was talking shit to Nashville, because they're still in Nashville for this show. He says that one of the greatest music artists of all time came from Nashville. That being Johnny Cash. What I think Johnny Cash sucks. He said he's a bum. He's talentless, just like all of you people here. And you have Ash by Elegance, who I dare say is hotter than a Ring of Fire. It's like, first off, you don't disrespect Johnny Cash. Alright, that's just inexcusable, and no slander for Johnny Cash will be tolerated. Right, and then you mentioned Ring of Fire. Then I gotta sing the song. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And then burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Like, come on, man. Can't talk shit about Johnny Cash. Can't fucking do it. Alright? But he brings out Ash Elegance. And we get the match. This match was definitely something, to say the least. If you fast forward, we see the concierge putting on some more lipstick for Ash by Elegance. We see Brinley, she just smears that shit all over her face. And we see Ash screaming like she's on the set of Terrifier 3. Right there, we see the concierge comes, fixes her up, all good. Even though she, kind of missed a spot there, right there in her left side of her face. But that's okay. Alright, fast forward, we see these two having like a pose off, apparently. And then we see Ash buzzes out a shitty push-up, some jumping jacks, tries to go for a shoulder block, fails, gets another shitty push-up. She then tries to go for it again, she fails. Brinley does it this time, it works, and she shows off the flexes on her by doing some clapping push-ups. And so we just fast forward to the finish, which is basically concierge gets involved, as always. Ash hits the inverted DDT into the rarefied air. And she says, kiss my ass before she does it, which, hey, I'll be like, I'm just saying. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Ash by Elegance. After the match, we see Ash going out her way to defile the beautiful face of Brinley Reese. Then Xia Brookside comes out for the save. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't makeup time. Ash was like, shut up. Like, nobody likes you here. Alright, mind your business. That's pretty much it, so we move on. Next, we get a video package for Rosemary and Wendy Cho. Alright, these two need a tag team name. I know they're not the K, so they gotta come up with something. But, they're teasing going after Spitfire, basically. And I'm just like, oh boy. Oh my, oh dear. Because on one hand, there's like, Wendy and Rosemary can use those tag team titles because they began dropped out quite a bit here this year. And at the same time, so you got Spitfire who just won back the tag team titles from what do they call themselves? Fucking Militia. Yeah, that's his name. Moshe Slamovic and Alicia Edwards. So I'm like, are we gonna tell the story that Spitfire could win the belts? They just can't keep it? Or are they gonna drop out Rosemary and Wendy Cho yet again? I don't know. We shall see. But we move on to the next match. Now it's for the X Division Championship. Got Leon Slater versus Speedball Mike Bailey. This was easily the match of the night, and normally I would break down this match, but I'm not going to this week or today because I'm trying to play catch up. Alright, got a lot of shit a lot of videos I gotta fucking do. Alright, but this was easily the match of the night. So I would recommend, if I watch this episode, go back, check out this match. Alright, this is the X Division right here. Alright, we fast forward. Speedball hits the Flamingo Driver for the 1, 2, 3. And still the X Division champion, shocker, Speedball Mike Bailey. Alright, because again, there was no chance that he was going to lose it right before Bound for Glory this weekend. Especially with this rumored opponent for Bound for Glory. The Speedball is like, listen brother, tonight was your night. But anytime you're going to run this shit back, I'm game. So we dap each other up, and that's it. So we move on. Next, we see the Hardy Boys and ABC backstage, and Hardy's were like, look, listen, our bodies are banged up. We've been doing this shit for a long ass time. And we don't know how many more bumps we could take from a table, a ladder, and then Chris Bay stops him. He's like, it's a full metal mayhem match. And Matt was like, oh yeah, my bad. We don't know how many more bumps we could take in a full metal mayhem match. And listen, we have nothing but respect for you two. Alright? And when the match happens, may the best team win. And that's it. So, hey, I'm all for the Hardys getting one more run before they call it a day. You know what I mean? Before they wrap it up. For good. See what I'm saying? yeah, hopefully the Hardys win. You know, if they got one more run here at TNA, then that's it. It's over. We shall see, but we move on. Next, we get a promo from Steve Macklin. He says, like, look, I ain't coming out here and make excuses. The Northern Armory got the best of me last week. Well, what I am here to do is to call these 3 dipshits out here right now so they can face me man to man. Ask and you shall receive, because we see Macklin staring down the barrel of a weapon. Because we hear the best theme song currently and TNA going off. We see Perk Alexander in the Northern Armory answering Macklin's call. Perk Alexander says, like, what the hell are you trying to do, Macklin? Alright, like, what, I'm supposed to believe just because you had a heart-to-heart with Eric Young, now you're supposedly a good guy now? It's like, you're one of the biggest scumbags in this company's history. Alright, and people know it. I know it. Who you trying to fool? Alright, who you trying to get the respect? These people, they don't care about you. No respect. It ain't worth it. I busted my ass for this company for years. There's more blood, sweat, and tears soaked into that ring than all the boys in the back combined. Alright, I'm here to where guys like you who get fired have a place here in TNA. Macklin then says, it was you, Alexander. It was you that welcomed me here in this very building, telling me, convincing me that I was a homegrown talent, that TNA is Steve Macklin. He then says, back the fuck down, stand down, I'm not playing. He was talking to the fake, some shady, and Simon Gulak over there, who were trying to, they're on both sides of the ring there. So Macklin was cornered, basically. But Macklin was like, Macklin then says, no, I thought we were a lot alike at one point. Like, hell, I thought maybe we could even be a tag team. But the more you show your true colors with whatever the fuck this is with the Northern Armory, the more I realize that we are nothing alike. Alexander then says, finally, finally something we can agree on. Like, you damn right, we're nothing alike. I'm the most decorated champions here in this company's history. And you, who are you? What do you have the belt for? Like what? Like a cup of coffee? Like not even a month? Like we're not in the same league. So then the Northern Armory attacks. We're going to see Macklin tries to defend himself. Alexander hits a German. Alright, he then zip tie his hands behind him again. And then we see Perk Alexander. He's all his Randy Orton shit. He's like, stupid. Macklin then spits on Perk Alexander. This infuriates him. He picks his ass up, hits a C4 spike. It's over. Alright, no one's coming out here to save Steve Macklin because EY got taken out last week. So we see Perk Alexander in the Northern Armory standing tall. Literally. Because Perk Alexander, he puts his all white Nikes on top of Macklin's head as a stepping stone. And then I realized, I'm like, Simon Gulak over there has no shoes. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing out here? What do you think he is, Matt Riddle? What the fuck's going on here, man? Put some shoes on. Fuck's sake. But yeah, that's it for this segment. So we move on. Alright. Next, we see the liaison for NXT. The sexy Ariana Grace with her pops. That is Santina Morada. Alright. Santina was breaking down the history of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. They get interrupted by the King here in TNA, King Kaz, Killer Kaz, Frankie Kazarian. He says, who the hell are you? To Ariana Grace. Before she responds, he was like, I don't care. Like, but listen, Santino, you need to make sure that my name is in that Call Your Shot Gauntlet match at Bound for Glory. Alright, I'm doing what I need to do to get involved in a title match between Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry. But you just make sure my name is listed in that match. And Santino was like, hey, who do you think you are? You don't come in here and talk to me like that. You show me some respect. You know, and Kaz was like, look, my bad. Okay, just make sure I'm in the damn match. Right? And hey, that crown on top of your head, stupid idea. to Ariana Grace and walks away. Ariana says, what a vulgar man he is. That's it. So, moving on. Next, we get a match between my nigga, Mike Santana, versus Brian Myers from the System. But the match doesn't happen because we see Santana go right upside Brian's head with a steel chain wrapped around his fist. Alright, he then goes upside Eddie Edwards' head. He then takes out, man, do I hate pro wrestling, Dirty Dango. Alright, he grabs the mic. He says, I'm sick of your ass, I'm sick of your ass, and I'm for damn sure sick of your bitch ass. Alright, and Moose, the square that you are, where you at, huh? Come down here, bring your baby boy bitch ass down here so I whoop your ass right now. Come catch this fade. You know, and the crowd chants, baby boy bitch, baby boy bitch, baby boy bitch. Mike then says, of course he doesn't come out. Typical. But I'll tell you what, I'll go back there, I'll find your ass, I'm gonna tear your ass apart. So he goes back, he's looking for Moose. He's like, where the fuck you at, Moose? And then out of nowhere, we see, pow! You see Moose going right upside his head, going back. Moose then says, be careful what you wish for, Mike. Be careful what the fuck you wish for. That's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we get a sit-down interview between Mother Russia, Moshe Slamovic, and the current TNA Knockouts World Champion, the Juggernaut, Jordan Grace. Jordan was like, I've been trying to talk to you for weeks now, Masha. What the hell is going on? I thought we were friends. And Masha says, like, friends, huh? Friends, huh? Well, you're busy being the face of TNA's Knockout division, making appearances at the Royal Rumble. You know, you got people like me who had to scratch and claw their way just to be on TV every week. Not once did you ever try to reach out to your so-called friend and bring me up to your level. And that's because you're selfish. Unlike me, who had that match against Shayna Baszler at Bloodsport, I reached out to you. You were the first person I called. Jordan was like, oh, what? Like, you're gonna tell me that if WWE calls me, you'll be like, oh, wait, you know, that's a good offer and all, but let me run it through Masha first and make sure it's okay with her. Nah. Like, it's not gonna happen. When you first got here, you were undefeated for 9 months. But then I whooped your ass. Then I whooped your ass again and again. And all this time, I was doing these open challenges. I was hoping to not hear your theme song, because each one of those times it gets harder and harder to beat. Masha says that at Battle for Glory, I will beat you for that title by any means necessary. And walks off. So that's it for this sit-down interview. Like I said, I'm all for Masha Slamovic, Mudurusha, to win here at Battle for Glory. I'm all for it. So if that happens, remains to be seen. We'll find out this weekend. But we move on to the main event. That's a pick your poison match between the major player himself, Matt Cardona, the indie god, versus the TNA World Champion, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. You got King Cass on commentary. You got Matt Cardona bringing out his top 5 security right here. And look at these NPCs here. You got NPCs last week. You got NPCs this week. You got Post Malone here. You got Timu versions of Pete Dunne and Wardlow. And then you got Wale there on the end. All right. Where do you find these guys? Wait, I digress. All right, we get the match. All right, I'm just going to fast forward here. PCO comes out. He takes out 2 of the jobbers. This distracts Matt Cardona long enough for Nick Nemeth to hit the danger zone. Yeah. With a 1, 2, 3. So after the match, we see PCO. He's carrying Matt Cardona. He's going to take him to the Shadow Realm. Matt Cardona ain't ready. All right, man that says he's always ready. He ain't ready this time. All right, there we see King Kaz. He attacks Nick Nemeth from behind. Say his name. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. He comes out for the save. both him and Nick Neville threw a back body drop to King Cass. All right, King Cass grabs a mic. He says, "Oh, y'all laughing at me, huh? You think that's funny? Well, you think this is funny?" Reaches down to his pants, pulls out a referee shirt. He says, "Well, guess what? At Bound for Glory, I'm gonna be the special guest referee." And that's it for this week's TNA. All right, short, sweet. Was not as good as last week's episode, but there's still some good shit on here, and way better than Raw. All these episodes last week were better than Raw. That's for fucking sure. But yeah, leave your comments. Let me know how you guys felt about this show. And it was crazy. There's the fact that out of all the weekly shows that I do, which is Raw, I do Dynamite, I do TNA. TNA gets the most feedback. You know, the show that gets the least amount of viewers gets the most feedback. It's crazy because I started doing these reviews because I did a poll asking people, because I seen people wanting me to cover Raw. So I did the poll, majority said yes. So I ended up doing these Raw reviews, even though most of these shows are complete garbage, more times than not. I still do it for you guys, but I see like little to no response or feedback for those reviews. Well, I get more response for AEW, TNA. You know, like, I'm like, well, I figure I'm gonna do reviews for fucking garbage ass Raw, I might as well do Dynamite and TNA. Now, I actually enjoy watching TNA, and AEW, it just depends. It's week by week. There's some times where I'm like, I don't even want to watch this shit, and sometimes I'm like, oh, fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? But TNA, I'm usually fairly consistent on, because they've been doing their thing past like few years, right? But yeah, that's it for this video. Next video will be what I consider to be the greatest triple threat match of all time. All time. Alright? But I wasted enough of your guys' time, so be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, trust in God. Crazy, crazy world we live in. Alright? And it's only get more crazier come next month for the election. Alright? But be safe. Protect yourself. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.